Buddha understood that those who come to follow the Dharma teaching need different lifestyles. For some, there is the possibility of them possibility and necessity really of them practicing without any reference to social duties, without any reference to family duties. They must renounce these. They must let go of them and dedicate themselves to a life of simplicity, in which they can really study and meditate the Dharma effectively. And for others, it is more suitable for them to practice the Dharma well embedded, I should say, in everyday life, in work and family. Of course, in one way it's more difficult, this second way, and that's why we, if we're lay people in the West, must make sure that we do put aside a lot of time for practice, both in everyday life and in retreat, if we're to approach the sublime states of spiritual realization that have been present before in Buddhism. But it really depends. Nowadays, the life of the layperson in Buddhism can be actually a much fuller one than it has been before, simply because of the ease of life today, the great amounts of time we have in comparison to people working in other historical periods. So there's no reason why the layperson cannot be a yogi, cannot be a really effective practitioner. Now in Mahayana, it's said from the very beginning that the lay role can be just as effective as the renunciate role. That's why we have the great bodhisattvas who are symbolic laymen, like Manjushri and Avalokiteshvara and so on. Because they could use the very responsibilities of being in the lay bodhisattvas can use the very responsibilities and tasks of being in the world to generate great compassion and bodhicitta. And then when we talk about the extraordinary Mahayana, the Vajrayana, that affords people, whether they're renunciates or lay people, the means for transforming every aspect of their life into the path. And that is why the very first tantric teaching, the Guhya Samajja Tantra, was given by Lord Buddha to the king Indrabhuti, who asked him for a teaching which he could use while still carrying out his royal duties and responsibilities. So Vajrayana puts in the hands of both lay people and renunciates the most effective and quickest way to enlightenment through transmutation of the disturbing emotions and transmutation of the confusions and appearances of everyday life. That's why in Tibet there are many of the greatest masters were lay people. Of course many were renunciates, but many such as Sachen Kongin Nimbo and the Mapa Lotsoa and all the Sakya-Trizins and the heads of the Minding monastery and so on, right down to the present day. Many of these have been great lay masters rather than renunciates. So really for us now, it's no longer a matter of social necessity or social pressure to choose to be forced to be either a lay person or a monastic. We must follow that which suits us best. Sometimes it means you need to talk to your Lama about it, to see which way of practicing Dharma is best for you, but we have that great freedom. And that's a very positive thing in modern Dharma. One of the few positive things. It's because when I met Rinpoche 38 years ago, then that is one of the things Rinpoche asked me right away was, do you want to be a monk? And as I was coming from a Theravada background, I've been in Theravada for a year or so, I was very, despite being accompanied by my girlfriend at the time, I very enthusiastically said, yes, I want to be a monk. And Rinpoche replied, who of course is an extraordinary great monk himself, said, no, that's not necessary. You need to be a yogin to practice the word meditation. To be a monk is not the way for you. So Rinpoche delivered me from a kind of a trap there. I'm very, of course, astonishingly grateful, eternally grateful for that.